Okay. Hi. Yeah, I have been off of this for a minute. I know. I know I've been off this for a minute, but I've just been busy. I've been tired. I've been just living life. Um, and so I've also been trying to record some videos for you guys. I've been actually starting my astrology series, so look out for those videos coming up soon. Um, I suppose if you want to know when that stuff drops, you can click the little bell for when I post and stuff, so you can get notified. But other than that, I've actually wanted to talk to you guys today about social media, and not only social media, but um, your business, like your personal business and things of the sort. Okay, so before we get into that conversation, I did want to talk about how we just got out of a Pluto retrograde. And Pluto is this really small planet that's no longer a planet in terms of astronomy, but in astrology, it still has weight, at least in Western tropical astrology, it still has weight. And it still is a very important energetic space that we all have, and some more than others. Um, Pluto is more like generational than anything else, but when you deal with Pluto in terms of it having an aspect in your personal life or in your houses in your chart, you'll see kind of where this energy is coming from. So Pluto in particular is this really transformative energy that is very destructive in certain ways, and it allows you the ability to build anew, um, and to rise from the ashes, and to be reborn, to be regenerated. So really, it will break you down to build you back up. Um, the 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 Orisha, the energy that I know most closely that deals with Plutonian energy is Oya. Oya she is wind. She is something as small and as calm as a gentle breeze. But she can be as powerful as a tornado. She could be a hurricane. She's a force of nature. So she's anything and everything. Um, And this energy, Oya's energy is like she's the businesswoman, she's in charge of the cemeteries, and she's also in charge of the marketplace, which is why she is the zodiac signs of Scorpio and Capricorn. So she is a very strong figure, it's very powerful spiritual figure actually. And Oya walks with me very closely, so I'm very familiar with her energy. I did not know at first that that's what it was, but I've always felt a kinship to her energy, and I've always been clear of the energy. I just did not know that the energy was her. Um, and so with Oya, we're talking about Oya. She comes in and she brings and she causes beautiful disasters. I mean, like if you ever seen a storm, even though it can cause so much destruction if you're in the middle of it, just from a far out view and being able to really see what this storm looks like and how powerful nature can be with all the different energies and the clouds form together and there's lightning and there's thunder. Her husband Shango, he's the thunder god. So you put them two things together, and they're just like out there. You hear the cyclones and the tornadoes all coming together, and you feel the storm of wind, and just see that something is going to change, whether that be your life or that piece of ground that is being inflicted upon this. Something is going to change, and you can feel it in your bones, you can feel it in your body. um that's kind of the energy of Pluto. Pluto comes in and it messes things up. It fucks it up. It breaks you down. You have to learn to adjust and learn to let things go and learn to build anew and build atop the things that have been destroyed. And like Pluto, when it comes in, it likes to cast the shadows. It likes to illuminate the darkness and let you see exactly what is being hidden from you and what you are, you know, not really seeing. It wants you to get the nooks and crannies. It wants you to get them baseboards. It wants you to get in the corners. It wants you to do every little thing and see just how you may on that, think that your house is spotless, but it really ain't. And not only that, but Pluto not only wants you to clean the baseboards, but it will gut the whole entire house and make you renovate. And you have the chance to put anything you want in there. You can make it better. You can make it, more powerful when you're dealing with Pluto. And Pluto is strength. It may not feel like it at first, but when you overcome something and you feel like you've learned and you feel like a new person, a better person, a stronger person, Pluto has helped you. Oya has helped you. Okay. And with that being said, when Pluto goes retrograde, anytime a planet is retrograde, what that is an internalization of energy. So Pluto is an internal energy in it of itself because it's subconscious. So when Pluto becomes more retrograde, it really takes that subconscious energy and it brings it a little bit more to the forefront of you. So even though you may not notice Pluto energy until it's already manifested itself, what happens is you're more conscious of the subtleties and you're more cognitive of the power dynamics because Pluto deals with power. Pluto deals with your personal power. Pluto is a deeply personal planet. And like anything that you deal with in terms of retrograde, it's an internalization of that. And you're really kind of introspecting and you're seeing this energy play out in and of yourself. And you're able to see this energy around you as well. Like if you ever notice when you get a car, now you notice so many people have the same car or so many people, you know what I'm saying? Or when you go into a store and on your way out of the store, you realize it was like so many more people inside of the store or going to the store. And now that you are there or now that you're leaving, and you're kind of more cognitive of your surroundings when you're dealing with a Pluto retrograde, especially depending on what type of house it falls into. This is going to really show your power dynamic. It's going to show your it's going to really make you see where you need to make your changes at, because Pluto generally will make you change in a more destructive way, but you yourself will be more conscious of this, and you yourself may choose to destruct certain things in order to rebuild, because now you see something and now it must be done. So Pluto is more so like a helping hand for you to kind of like have full scopes and full views of the entire thing. So it gives you the infrared goggles, it gives you the night vision, it gives you the ultraviolet light, it gives you the shades when you're looking at something bright so you can still see what's happening around you. And Pluto really helps you to understand other people, because when you're dealing with a Pluto retrograde, you may feel like other people are trying your patience. You may feel like you don't have enough personal power. You may feel like you don't have enough willpower. You may come across a lot of problems, but they're internal. They're not really something that's really that big of a deal or something that is really going to affect you on a larger level. This is more like a personal gain, a personal win, a non-scale victory, so to speak. For those of you who have been trying to lose weight, you know what it means. Like when you lose some inches, but you may not have lost no actual pounds. Pluto retrograde helps you to lose them inches. Okay, it helps you to really kind of fine tune the things that you may have been dealing with. And Pluto is such an unconscious force that you become more aware of your unconsciousness, and you become more aware of how you deal with people, and you become more aware of how you deal with yourself, and your psychological growth is going to be largely due to Pluto being retrograde to allow you to really see things. Um, okay, and so for me, Pluto was in Capricorn. It's retrograde. It was retrograde in my 12th house. It's really close to my sun right now because my sun is Capricorn. So Pluto's in Capricorn right now. So I've been going through my mind, my ego, my expression, how I see others treat me, how I treat myself, my own thoughts, my childhood memories, all the trauma, all the things that I have built up and accrued in my lifetime. That Pluto retrograde really helped me to sit and study and understand me on a more deeper level. So, some of the things that I've been going through have been hard for me to really articulate, especially putting a video out there and to share with you all what I'm experiencing or seeing. It takes me sometimes some days for the things that I would think of to actually start to make sense, and for me to understand what the lesson was in the things that I've been learning by my experiences. So I wanted to mention that to you guys because we have to and don't worry, this all ties into social media, I promise, and you're really and stuff. But I want you to really take some time to really think about Pluto and see where you have Capricorn at in your chart, okay? If you're a Capricorn rising, Capricorn is in your first house. If you're a Aquarius rising, Capricorn is in your 12th house. If you're a Pisces rising, Capricorn is in your 11th house. If you are an Aries rising, Capricorn is in your 10th house. If you are a Taurus rising, Capricorn is in your 9th house. If you are a Gemini rising, Capricorn is in your 8th house. If you are a Cancer rising, Capricorn is in your 7th house. If you are a Leo rising, Capricorn is in your 6th house. If you are a Virgo rising, Capricorn is in your 5th house. And if you are a Libra, Capricorn is in your 4th house. If you are a Scorpio rising, Capricorn is in your 3rd house. And if you are a Sagittarius rising, Capricorn is in your 2nd. Okay. So these are your okay, and I want you to kind of think about that. And I want you to think about what areas in your life have you really started to make, start to notice that you need to make changes, and that you need to really gut that part of your life and rebuild the entire thing. Like for me, being in the 12th house as an Aquarius rising and as a Capricorn sun with Pluto with my sun, Pluto in my 12th house, I'm seeing that I need to make changes. I'm seeing that I have to make changes internally, and that it all really starts with me, and that I am in a larger part of control for my life. That my experiences in life have really shaped me to be who I am, and that I ultimately, in this particular life, have a lot of things to work on before I can chill and relax in the next lifetime around, if I am going to reincarnate, or if I do, elevate to another level of being. But I do have a lot of unfinished business. And I really thought about that in terms of my relationships. I've thought about that in terms of my dealings with others, and I've noticed where my faults are and my flaws are, and what I am needing to rectify in my own life and in my mind and in my own upbuilding. So I've noticed the holes in my ego and how it's easy for me to kind of lose myself in others, and how it's easy for me to get caught up with other people and their stuff, how easy it is for me to lose track and lose sight of myself when I am experiencing others, and how much of a doormat that I can be. Like when I am allowing other people's priorities and issues to take precedence over myself and my own happiness. So I've noticed my own problems. I've been cognizant of that, and I've noticed where in life I need to make my changes. Um, and again, like, this is a channel that I want to do to promote growth. I want you to see where you need to grow at, because you can come to me and I can do a reading for you, and I may be able to help you understand some things. But at the end of the day, like, you need to start knowing about you. Like, you need to start knowing about what areas in your life need improvement. You need to be aware of that. Like, I can't do that for you. Like, I can't do the work for you. I can maybe illuminate you and help you along the way and give you some insight as to where you may want to start. But as far as like literally doing the hard work for you to be able to do what you want to do, I haven't been able to do it. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So for me, I've noticed how my mind works, and how powerful my mind actually is, and how my mind is so much in its own little world that I have to, like, I've made a choice to really make myself a little bit more present in life, because sometimes I am not. Like, I'm being my own little thing. Um and and sometimes when we get ourselves out of being present, like, we literally leave this realm of reality and we go into another one. Um and that really is important to mention, because what that's why I want to bring up social media. I